In this video, I'll create a very simple character model, starting with a cube and using the extrusion and loop cut tools. The goal is to show how to prepare a model to be rigged using Mixamo's auto rigger, not how to make a good looking character. The first step is to add a cube to our scene and cut it in half. We then add a mirror modifier. This saves us time by creating a perfectly symmetric model. Next, move the cube up and scale it to create the rough proportions of a torso. Press Ctrl R to use the loop cut tool to add geometry to allow us to extrude both the arms and legs. Select the face of the bottom of the torso where the leg would connect and extrude downward to the knee. Continue extruding until the ankle and foot are formed. Repeat the process for the arms, making sure to have an upper and lower arm as well as a hand. In this case, I'm just modeling the hand as a mitten. Forming the neck and head is a pretty similar process. If you pull the faces away from the centerline, you may get a gap, as you can see in my model's neck. Simply pull the geometry back together. The mirror modifier also has a setting for merge limit, which you can play with if you can't get it quite right. I did a little scaling to the arms to get some definition, which is helpful later in the auto rigging. Next, we need to add more loop cuts around the joints of the model. This will help the model to form more easily and make the animations look better. In general, we want 3 loop cuts that are very close together for each joint. The more the joint is going to move, the more important the loop cuts. Add loop cuts to the shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, hips, knees, and ankles. Generally, the torso doesn't need extra loop cuts, as the deformation of the torso is usually pretty small. In the auto rigger, we're going to need to clearly see and identify where the joints are on the model. If we make small indents or other indicators, getting an exact placement of the joints will be easier. This is mostly an issue with super simple models like the one I've created. I'm also going to add some decoration to the front of the model so you can clearly tell which side is the front. This will make more sense when you see the auto rigger. Next, export the file as an FBX file. Make sure to save it somewhere you can find it. Open a browser window and go to Mixamo's site. I'll add a link in the description. Click the character button on the top left, then click Upload Character on the right. Once your FBX file has loaded, you can place the indicators for the joints. When you're done, make sure to change the skeleton detail on the bottom of the window. In this case, we want a skeleton with no fingers. When you're done, press Next and let the magic happen. This can take several minutes. If the rigging is successful, you can close the window and try out different animations of your character. You can also now download your newly rigged character for import into Unity.